What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another 2023 NBA draft video, and in this video I will be talking about who I think the Oklahoma City Thunder should of course be selecting. Again, before I get into all that, I would like to start off by saying this is going to be an official clip from my 2023 NBA mock draft. If you guys would like to go and check out the full version and all the other, teams I have selecting and what players I have them going to and whatnot, I do highly recommend you guys go and check it out. It will be linked in the description down below. That way you guys will be able to see, potentially what players I have going before this one, just in case you're wondering, why didn't I take a certain player you want? Of course, he might have just gone higher. So yeah, definitely go and check out that full video so you have an understanding of all the other players that I've got being selected and what teams I have them going to. Of course, the other thing I'd like to say is we don't actually know what the NBA draft lottery is going to look like yet, because at the time of making this video, hasn't actually happened. So I'll just be basing this pick off where the team is currently sitting in the standings, and at the time of making this video, OKC will actually have the 13th overall pick. So I'm pretty excited to get into it and who I think they should be selecting. So I guess without further ado, here's who I think OKC should select with the 13th overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. Now, with the 13th overall pick, I have OKC, and there was a lot of players to, take with this team. Like, they've got a really, really nice starting five, I think, going into the future. But with this pick, I decided to take a player who I think was more of a positional need rather than necessarily best available. But that's actually being Kyle Filipowski, who I think would make a whole lot of sense for this Oklahoma City Thunder team, as they do kind of lack, I think, if anything, on that center position. And even the power forward, really. I mean, Jalen Williams has played there for the majority of the season. Is he a natural born power forward? I'm not exactly too sure. I think a lot of people had him more of playing the small forward type of position. But Kyle Filipowski can definitely not only play center, but can play power forward, which is pretty extraordinary for a dude who's 7 foot. I've seen some people compare this guy to a bit of a Karl Anthony Towns. Now, I'm not too sure how much I like that. I guess they play similar, but I think in terms of, dominating in the paint and, I think the body build and whatnot isn't quite like Karl Anthony Towns was in his prime just yet. There is still a big chance that this guy could potentially develop maybe into being something very special in the NBA. It's being said that he's a pretty slick ball handler, especially for his height. He's one of those 7-footers that also has a really nice passing ability and can space the floor extremely well. It's also said that he has a bit of point forward type of skills, and that's what I kind of mean. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns has necessarily shown that in his career. I think Cat's more of a guy who dominates in the paint while also having an extremely good 3-point jumper. Again, Cat might not be able to as much now, but back in Cat's prime, like a couple years ago, I think people forget how dominant he could be in the paint. Yeah, this Kyle Filipowski guy definitely seems to be a bit better with the ball and being able to be a little bit of a point forward even at times, which, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if that could maybe translate to the NBA. He does have the point forward skills. Will he be able to be a point forward? Probably not in the NBA, but again, the fact this dude is 7 foot and can shoot threes really consistently and has a really nice pass on him and can space the floor and all that type of stuff is definitely something that I think people are not looking at, enough. Like, we've seen the more Nikola Jokic type of guys who just have the ability to spread the floor and pass the ball extremely well, but just being able to shoot threes. I think that's what I would liken Kyle Filipowski more to being more of like a Nikola Jokic, and how he kind of plays his game with a bit of point forward skills, but can shoot the 3-ball. Again, Jokic has never necessarily been known as like I think a point forward. He's obviously a center, but he definitely has like those traits of being an extremely good passer. I mean, this guy is one of the best, if not the best passer quite possibly in the NBA. And you don't see people calling him a point forward, obviously, because the way he plays his basketball, he's been kind of, turned into a center on the NBA level. And I think that's maybe what will happen to Kyle Filipowski. I don't think he's going to really come into the NBA and be this power forward who, can potentially have the ball and potentially pass consistently all the time. I think there'll be traits of him having really good passes and, spreading the floor, maybe similar to an Alfred Şengün, who gets better and better over time as well. But I definitely feel like he's going to play that center position, I think, more than the power forward maybe in the NBA. But just kind of the theory that I have that OKC could legitimately have him and Chet starting in that same lineup would be, I think, really, really cool. Chet's a bit different in my eyes, where I'm not too sure. I think he kind of fits in that weird mold that Filipowski does as well, where he almost is like a power forward / center as well. And I think that having both of them on the court would be a really, really interesting thing, as they could both not only switch on to the power forward, but also switch on to the center position. Both can also hit the three ball and have a really nice passing ability. So it would be a really awesome thing. Of course, Chet will be the more natural, better shot creator. But yeah, having those five, with Josh Giddey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, maybe Lou Dort or Jalen Williams at the small forward. I think Filipowski and Holmgren swapping as the power forward / center duo. Literally everyone on that team can pass the ball. Everyone can shoot pretty much. I think everyone can help on the defensive side of the ball as well. I just think it would actually be a really nice player to maybe see come into this team. I'm not exactly too sure. Again, websites have him listed as power forward, and a lot of scouting reports do as well. But yeah, I think going into the NBA, he might play minutes at power forward, but I see this dude maybe playing some center minutes quite a fair bit as well. But I'm not too sure. He could definitely turn into how Larry Markkinen is a 6'11", 7-foot guy, but can literally guard small forward. If Filipowski can do that, then geez, the NBA better watch out. But I think his first couple years, he'll be a bit of a power forward / center, I think, for the time being. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that kind of does unfold down the line as well. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think the Dallas Mavericks should, of course, trade for Jet Howard? A couple other things here and there. What are you guys' thoughts and opinions on all the picks I've made so far? Definitely don't forget to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Go and check out all my other 2023 NBA mock draft videos. I'll hopefully have a playlist link down below where you guys can, of course, go and, check all that stuff out. Links down below. Of course, subscribe to my gaming channel, my Hero/vlogging channel, and my podcast. All of them will be linked down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.